Hi folks, welcome out to the homestead. Yep, it's a midweek day. Just came up for a few hours, see if we can get a couple things done. One of the things we noticed when we went out on the boat with our granddaughter and I dug the skis out of the ski locker in the boat was we didn't have the skis on the boat that we thought we had. And through some general searching and deduction, we realized we haven't had those skis in quite some time, which means we might have left them, I don't know, at our 28-year home in California, in the rafters, because that's kind of the last place either of us can remember seeing them, or they're buried in the storage shed. They're not here though, so I took it upon myself after some discussion to see about getting some good used skis from somebody local. And so a couple towns over, somebody had on Marketplace some used O'Brien double skis, and $50 later I bought them. Not bad, they're almost $180 new, and these have some scratches and some scuffs, but mainly the doubles are for teaching people how to ski in the first place. So let me show those to you. The tops are a little rough, probably from riding in a boat. The bottoms, however, are unscathed, and the bindings work flawlessly, and they're nice and soft. So that should be fine for my granddaughter next time we go up, which should be later this week, I think. And what can I say? Thank you, Marketplace. One thing I'd like to see about doing today is see about putting in my front gates, so I can stop messing with the barbed wire and broken off poles and all that stuff. It's getting to be a hassle, and it's not secure at all. Not that the whole property is secure, but it is the front gate. So if I can get, even temporarily, get these metal gates in and usable-ish, it's got to be better than what we've been doing, and it'll certainly, hopefully, look better. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go grab those gates, bring them over here, and just kind of prop them up, see where they need to go, see what we need to do as far as posts, figure out how far in we want them. We want them in a little ways, maybe a little more than they are now, so that when we pull in with the RV, we can get at least part of the RV out of the road. If nothing else, at least we can get our cars out of the road. The RV is 40 feet long, and I'm not making a 40 foot deep entranceway. That'll put us well into an area where we won't be able to maneuver the RV where we need it to go. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get those gates, bring them over here, and look at it. Well, I bought two 8-foot gates thinking 16 feet was enough. It's probably enough, but it doesn't cover the existing hole. That's okay. I don't see changing my mind now. I could have went with a 10 and an 8, or two 10s, but I didn't. So we've got 16 feet. Motorhome's 8 feet wide. That should be more than enough to get through. Especially if I remove that tree that's directly behind where you're looking at me now. But I don't know. Now the choice is whether to center it in the existing hole I've got, or to move it that way. I don't think it should go this way. If anything, it should go that way. Because when I come in with the RV off the main road here, we're going to be coming in at this angle, and we're going to be leaving at the same angle, which means, maybe I'll center it. Maybe that might be the thing to do. I don't know, it's going to take some pondering. Well, at the moment, I'm thinking it's going to go something like that. it's in on both sides so that they'll meet. On this side it's in far enough that, or out far enough that it's on the part of the dirt that we've never driven on, so that tells me we don't need that little section. On the other side, the only time that'll be a problem is when we're coming out of here on this side of the property, and that will be that problem will solve itself over time when we clean up all of the tree debris that's down over here that needs to be picked up. Once we get all that picked up, this will be a lot more open anyway. So the only other thing I could see being a problem is if later on down the road we decide to do something crazy like bring in a mobile home or something. But even that I think would probably be doable. Probably not. We'll see. If we had to do that, I suppose we could just take down a section of fence. I don't know. That is a hypothesis that's way out there and we don't even know. So we're just not going to go there for the moment. Anyway, I was looking for these metal poles. There used to be a couple of them on the property. Found one early on. It didn't have any concrete or anything on it, and it was about, I don't know, 6 or 7 feet tall. And then I ran across one when I was cleaning a part of the property by the grandpa bodart tree over there. It's got a big chunk of concrete on it. I can break that off, that's not a problem. But I can only find the one that's over there, the one that didn't have anything on it. I'm not sure what happened to it. I don't know if we used it for something. For the life of me, I can't think of what. I've kind of glanced around and it's not sticking up out of the ground anywhere. And shoot, that would be the only thing I would use it for, I'm guessing. But I was just going to use them as temporary poles, so maybe I'll get the post hole digger out and see if I can punch some real holes, and then we'll just prop the bottom of the gate up until the holes settle in. I don't know. We'll just have to see how things go. Alright, well, I got a hose going, just kind of dribbling in the spot where I'd punch a hole. I'm going to let it soak for a little bit. And hopefully the ground will get soft enough. It might over here especially, because that green T-post over here had water at the base of it for up until about a week ago. So I'm not sure why that is, unless there's a spring down there we don't know about. I guess we'll find out when we start punching holes. Well, that's been soaking for a whole, I don't know, half hour. But I'm going to try it anyway, see if I can drive that old post into the ground. Just something to temporarily prop that gate up. Well, it looks like there's a layer of rock and gravel on top of the dirt that's under there, and looks like the water that I was letting run was running down through the rocks off to the side and not penetrating into dirt at all. So I dug a little hole, you saw that, and now I'm going to let it dribble in that hole for a while. In the meantime, I'm going to do something else. Alright, I'm going to move on to this water faucet spigot we got here. I need to move it closer to the fence line, so I've got to dig up around it. In the meantime, we're still watering, so I'm not going to unhook it yet, but I need to dig up around it. I need to get the pipe I bought to go over to there, go get the new spigot, which is one of those frost-free or freeze-free spigots. What it does is water comes up. It's got what looks like a pump handle, but it's not really a pump handle. And the water comes out, and then when you shut it off, the water drains out of that line so that anything above ground doesn't have water in it, and it won't freeze up, so you'll still have water in the wintertime. That's the theory. They seem to work. They've got them all over the place where it freezes. And we do get freezing temperatures here. I think not last year, but the year before, we're down to 7 degrees for a day or two. So that's enough cold to be freezing. Anyway, so I'm going to dig up around it so that I can get to all the pieces and parts I need. seem to have a minor snag. I think, and I'm pretty sure, the fittings that I bought for the pipe that's over there are in the back of my truck. And my truck's locked, and I left my keys in the city at the other house. I'll have to go check and see if I have a spare set in here. And I'm not even sure I bought all the right fittings now that I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna have to go look. Well, I am batting 1,000 today. Or batting 0, I guess would be the more applicable statement. I found the pipe. It was more or less where I left it. The fittings, however, are in my truck. And I don't think I got all the fittings I need anyway. Well, just get them out of your truck, Lee. Well, I'd love to. The problem with that is the keys to my truck are in the city. I don't have a spare set here. Camper shell is the only thing that's locked, and that's where it is. So I'm going to have to do that another dang day. But I got the trench extended, got it dug out where I need to, so that'll save some time. So I guess for now what I'm going to do is see if I can hammer on that hole. See if I can get that pipe in. So I can at least get the fence where we can use it before we go. So let's go back over there. Okay, I'm going to go in my shop, dig around, see if I can't find some band clamps that I can clamp those gate hinges to those poles. Again, temporarily. Okay, well that's a good temporary gate. It's a lot easier to open than the barbed wire and posts. I do need to go get a couple pairs of pliers and wire cutters and extend the barbed wire to the post that the gate's on this side. Help keep the bigger critters out. And then I'll be done with this. Alrighty then. That's my gate, and it works. I got the barbed wire extended to that missing section there, and now it's time for us to go. It's actually past time for us to go. So, thank you for watching. God bless you. We'll see you next time here on the homestead. Until then, don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Hit that notification bell. Leave us a comment. We love you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.